The Hambletonian, Ken, with $1.5 million. As we saw in the Meadowlands pace, we have another talented final field.
Absolutely. And, you know, a lot of people are going to say it's wide open, but I'm going to be, and I always look to try to beat the favorites or favorite, but I'm going to be boring here and go 1, 2, 3, the 3 elimination winners. Uncle Peter, he's just the hot horse. He's been impressive, and he's sitting on maybe 2 seconds. He tried to come first up in a world record pace in the Beal at Pocono Downs. That didn't work. But ever since then, ever since that little break he made there, he's been in a winning groove. Here at the Meadowlands, he's won 2 in a row. So he's on a 3-race winning streak all told. Ron Pierce assured us last week that this horse has a lot more in the tank. Jimmy Takter has declared this is the most gifted 3-year-old he's ever trained. He also has Guccio in this race here, who's a big-time closer. The 2 market share, well, he finally got some better racing luck, and he capitalized with the mile of his life. He got a perfect 2-hole trip with Tim Tetrick, and he's looking for that again from a better post here. Linda Toscano makes her 2nd straight Hambletonian appearance, Chapter 7 last year. And the 3 Knows Nothing. Yeah, what do I know, right? Knows Nothing. This Ontario-based colt has come a long way in a short time. He saved ground. He angled out. He was lucky to get out, but he exploded home in 27-1. That's his forte. It was a great acclimating mile. He's a big, strong, majestic colt who takes to the mile track. He just keeps on improving. He's 7 for 8. He didn't race as a 2-year-old. Maybe his lack of experience might come into play. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know any better, but we'll see. We've got 1, 2, 3 there, and the 4 Archangel, the Yonkers Trot winner in the world record, a 154-1 on the half-mile track. He was stung a bit over and off track last week from post 7. Moves inside here, and he will either be on the lead or he'll be sitting in the 2-hole, and that's what he wanted last week. He didn't get it. Maybe he gets it Saturday. We'll see.
The $1.5 million Hambletonian, Ken, going as easy as 1, 2, and 3. The US Pacing Championship is race 13, Ken, and this reads as a bit of a who's who of harness racing.
Absolutely, and without a doubt, it's a great representation of the top free-for-all pacers in the sport today. It's a cavalry charge of 12 horses. 2 will be in the 2nd tier. The defending champion is the horse we're going to narrow in on here, and that's the 8. We Will See. This is the stage. This is the time for him. The spotlight's on him bright. This is where he's going to shine. He's the defending champion, 147-2 world and track record last year. He crushed the Invitational 2 starts back here just to gear up. Now, he lost his last start, but he got parked through a 26 4 third quarter on a 5/8 mile track, so we'll forgive that. 6 Rockin' Cam is a possible upsetter in here for Dave Miller and Nifty Norman. He's the graduate elimination winner in 148-1. We know he has the speed. He won the Dan Patch at Hoosier Park with a huge rally, and he's been hinting of a form revival. The 1 Golden Receiver for Mark Harder. The Golden One has dominated the early season, the Presidential, the Spring Championship, the Graduate, and he tuned up with a very nice qualifier. And Andy Miller is listed to drive him. And the 4 Eric Cash Hanover, he set some dazzling fractions and just missed to We Will See in last year's edition. We'll see if he can do it again. This is a horse that can take some air as well. So it's 8, We Will See, over 6, 1, and 4.
Looking for back-to-back wins in the US Pacing Championship. Race 14, Ken, the New Jersey Classic Final. And as we expected last week, it was easy elimination wins for Time to Roll and Hurricane King Cole.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think Hurricane King Cole is definitely the one to beat in there. He was raging like a beast last week through the stretch, 26 4. Yannick Gingras was just holding on for dear life in his elimination, 148-3. He's the fastest horse of 2012 so far, 147-3 in the pace consolation. Of course, he set a world record at Pocono Downs earlier this season as well. Son of Cam's Card Shark, Hurricane King Cole is definitely the one to beat. The 6 Panther Hanover is a new horse here for Jim Carr and James Friday Dean. Of course, they have Big Jim, or they had Big Jim, who's now standing stud. Panther Hanover reeled off 4 in a row at Mohawk, but he didn't beat anybody. The last week he finished second, Hurricane King Cole, and he had every right to give up, but he was still pacing home strong, 26-3 to the wire. Sylvain Felion, I spoke to him earlier this morning. He said the horse does have a few issues, but they're going to work on those, and he's going to be back on his game on Saturday. So I went 5 over 6, tacked on the 1 Time to Roll, who went wire to wire in his elimination, and the 4 Rolling Like a Big Shot, who stormed home like a runaway freight train, finished second to Time to Roll.
There's the New Jersey Classic Race 14 and the last race on Hambo Day, Race 15. And from a Kiwi perspective, Ken, we see Malika Swad, the winner of 4 from 4 this year in the United States, but he's picked a hard field to come up against.
Yeah, post 10, that's going to be an issue, a demanding post. And guess who he beat last out? We will see in that upset in the open pace at Harris, Philadelphia, the 5/8 mile track there for Peter Triton. And Tim Tetrick, who has a choice in that race over the 6 Big Bam Ray. The 2, or I went with the 8 there, Panesthetic. Panesthetic is still in raging form. He comes off a 149 wire-to-wire blowout at Tioga Downs for Casey Coleman, reunited with Dave Miller. The 2 is Alexi Matosi, who had some great stakes success here last season, had a needed start, so second try off the bench for him, moves from post 10 to post 2. And I tacked on the 10, Malik Aswad. And so it's 8 over 2, 5, 10 in the finale, which caps off a $100,000 guaranteed pick 4.